Arbitrum season continues. Today we're bringing part 2 of some of the amazing opportunities that you can earn on chain. In this video we're going to cover 6 different strategies, 6 different protocols where you can basically deposit your money and earn some income via some of the Arbitrum rewards that are coming at the moment. For those of you who don't know, there is a $50 million grant at the moment. I say $50 million, 50 million ARB tokens that are being distributed across a variety of different protocols, 20 plus different protocols. And in part 1 we talked about some of the different strategies that you could use to earn some of these rewards. In this video, we're going to cover 6 more of them. So let's just get straight into it. For those of you who didn't know, follow me on Twitter or subscribe to my newsletter. You can find some of this information straight away. I did tweet about it. So here's part 2 where we talked about 6 different strategies. But you know, you're going to get all of this in video format today, and I'm going to show you the application side as well. So the first one is going to be Timeswap. Timeswap is a non-liquidatable, zero oracle or no oracle money market. So it's essentially a place for places where you can basically get a loan, you can borrow, you can provide liquidity. They've got this AMM model, which essentially is an AMM. You can deposit directly to the AMM, and then there's lenders and borrowers on either side of the AMM that can basically lend and borrow against this AMM. So because of that model, they're able to have no oracles. Anyway, I'm just here to show you the yields. Here you go. You can see if you lend ARB, you can earn 36%, and if you lend USDC, you can earn 20%. So yeah, this is some pretty good rewards at the moment. Of course, you have a look and see which ones are boosted, and you can earn some very, very good yields there. I believe that this is not actually including the ARB tokens just yet. So this will probably double in the coming days when the ARB tokens actually do get launched here. So keep an eye on this. At the moment, the reward is coming mainly in the time token, which hasn't actually launched just yet, but will do in the near future. Anyway, moving on, we're going to talk about GMX next. GMX is a perpetual exchange. We've talked about it before. Now, in order to provide liquidity for the traders to basically trade on GMX, they have these GM tokens, and these GM tokens are very important because they are essentially the other side of the traders. And over here, what you can do is you can buy these GM tokens. They basically will provide the liquidity when doing so, and you can see some of the APRs here. Now the base APR is basically from the trading fees that come from GMX, whereas the bonus APR, it will be airdropped as ARB tokens in future. And you can see that some of these pairs that have high volume, especially the likes of Solana, which has been going ballistic recently, you can see that the APRs are very, very high in terms of base APR. The bonus APRs are still, you know, a nice added bonus, but you can see that it's pretty easy to get double-digit yields here, especially if you pick the right pool. So yeah, otherwise the yields are pretty good just because the market is ripping, so everyone is trading at the moment, and therefore the fees are accumulating quite a lot. But yeah, you can see very nice double-digit yields here. Generally, these are hedged fairly well because there is an equal number of shorts and longs. I think right now there's probably significantly more longs than shorts. So just bear in mind you are going against the traders here, but I think generally I think you should be okay. So yeah, just keep an eye on that really. Next, we're going to talk about Pendle. Pendle is something I've talked about on the channel many times. Pendle is a fantastic protocol, and essentially you can provide liquidity for various different assets here, including stablecoins like USDT, but also many of the liquid staking ETH derivatives, so the likes of RETH, wrapped STETH from Lido. You've got a few different pools for them, and also the counterparties for some of these derivatives. So these perpetual exchanges like MUX, HLP, GLP, which is obviously from GMX. You can just literally, it's very, very simple. You can just simply click on one, just zap in. So if you've got some RETH, just zap it directly in and you'll get LP tokens, and then you'll start to earn those underlying yields. So some of them are basically in the form of Arbitrum tokens. Some of them are in the form of Pendle tokens. So you will also get some Pendle. You can go to Magpie, which is basically an aggregator, and you can earn a little bit of a bonus there. So you can see like there's some slightly better yields here compared to that on Pendle. But yeah, generally I think Pendle is growing, and you can see that the TVL for some of these are double-digit millions. Of course, on ETH mainnet, it's even higher than that. So yeah, have a look and see if there's any of these pools that are interesting to you, especially if you have some ETH. This might be one that you're particularly interested in. Moving on, we're going to talk about Dolomite. Dolomite is a money market as well. I think some of the interesting features here is that they support some certain assets that you can't really find on any other money market, the likes of these PT tokens. And I think Dolomite, because of that, is a pretty good protocol. One of the things that you do have to note, though, is that over here, we're not actually earning ARB tokens. We're earning this new token that Dolomite have created called OARB. And essentially, that can be redeemed at a discount compared to ARB in future. So bear that in mind. The maximum discount that you can get on this OARB is 20%. I would recommend having a read up on it before you kind of go all in on Dolomite. But I think, yeah, it's another option for you if you are interested. You know, you do have the opportunity to lend assets that you might not be able to do on other applications, the likes of Link, Uni, Jones USDC, but more importantly, you know, they've got Magic Internet Money, but the yield tokens and GLPs as well, principal tokens and yield tokens here. So, you know, some interesting opportunities if you mix it up with Pendle there for sure as well. Next, we're going to talk about Elixir, which is basically a liquidity layer for Vertex, the perpetual exchange. Very simple here. You can supply these assets here directly for the perpetual exchange, and you can earn some very good yield. So 15% is in ARB, and the remainder is in the Vertex token, which you'll be able to claim later. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Silo. Again, another money market, but here you have the opportunity to lend out some of these long tail assets, especially Arbitrum ecosystem altcoins, the likes of Premia, Dopex, Magic, Camelot, the Grail token, Pendle itself. And even like Y2K. Really interesting here that you can kind of earn opportunities on those tokens as well, not just the blue chips like ARB, ETH and stables. So yeah, some great opportunities here. There are obviously strategies that you can do. You can short, you can leverage loop, lots of things that you can do, but I'll leave that for you to decide. I'm just wanted to show you some of the great opportunities that we have this month. I say this month, for the next few months actually, whilst we've got the Arbitrum ecosystem grants going on. In the next video, I'll probably talk about some of the strategies that I'm personally doing and how I'm going to try and accumulate as much ARB from this as possible. So stay tuned for that. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with plenty more content in the near future.